Peace, 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 peace. Today is class, and class starts today. Now, I do want to recommend that get a pencil and paper. And I want you to get your pencil and paper. What I want you to do is remember this, to always do your research. Now, when you see me perform the ritual, with the rituals basically giving the Creator all the respects, and normally you will hear me say, the sun rises, which every morning the sun rises. Regardless of that cloud, this cloudy day or not, the sun rises. It's a new beginning, new reborn, new reborn. Understand that. Understand. When you hear me say good morning, once again, that means new reborn. You hear me go, Assalamu alaikum, peace to you. Peace unto you. You understand? It's respect. It's a respect. Understand this concept. Just because you never heard it doesn't mean you think that it's harmful. It's not. When you begin to learn certain words and the meaning of these words, it will help you out. Now, this is class, and I am Chocolate Amun Ra, and this is class, part 1. How long is the series? I always told y'all, excuse me, I never know when to interact because everything is raw, it's natural. How far it goes, it all depends on me and how far I want to go. So, excuse my voice a little bit, it's a little bit on the draggy side. So hold on. So my voice is a little bit on the draggy side, but what I do want to tell you this, all you gotta do is get some water and you get some water and you'll clear that up a little bit. School starts now. Now, the first subject that we want to break down clearly is this. Here are modern times. Okay, so you might hear me go a little bit back and forth and a little bit of history, just in case. But as I bring my books, I'm going to show you, I have the Holy Bible. As you can tell, the first topic is going to be about religion. The Holy Bible by King James Version. The King James Version, if anyone knows who's King James, he was a king. He was a black king. Not only that he was a black king, he was a black homosexual. He indulged into those things. Listen, we ain't here to downgrade nobody because a lot of y'all really are sensitive. And this is what we need to do, is break down on the sensitivity here in modern times. Why you act like that. Why you talk like that. Why you walk like that. And why you speak like that. You understand? We're here to do that. We're here to break that down. Now, what I just showed you was the King James Version. Now I'm going to show you the New Translation Bible. The New Translation Bible. Now, this Bible here, the New World's Translation, Scriptures, put it that way. As you can see, the book is being used. It's used all the time. I read it every day. If I don't have it physically with me, it's here in my head. Okay? So, the King James Version here, I have this Bible in many different places. I also have it in my app. Not the King James Version. I have the New World Translation. The reason why I use the New World Translation is better to identify, and as you read, it's easy to be able to decrypt on some of the words, because when you read the King James Version, it's based on ancient theology. You know, basically the words, the dialogue, it's like, I, thy, not, shall, thee, that, I, will be. They're talking that time. Okay, Shakespeare, if you will. Okay, so let's get that out the way. I don't want to hold on to that. We also going to be talking about, I've showed y'all this book before, Neely Fuller, who's been around for so long. Okay, and the problem is, my opinion, I think he's too deep for a lot of people. deep meaning truth. And his truth came to pass. Okay, so a lot of you don't understand racism the way you think you do. Racism comes in many forms. Racism is in your face. And it's in your face at all times. Now, if you choose to be one of those people that are, you like, well, I'm for all people. We're all human beings. But you're still one of those people who believe in we all human beings. You're correct to a certain point. Now, if you sit there and allow, not allow, but if you are constantly feeling sad that you see another culture abusing your culture, but you're not doing anything about it. See, it's the little things that count that can make a change. Don't want to get too deep into that because we're going to get that into our next segment. The book is called The United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept for Thought, Speech, and for Actions for Victims of Racism, White Supremacy by Neely Fuller. This book been here. This book's probably about, might be 30, maybe 40 years old. Neely Fuller got other books, but like I said, we'll move it to the next section. I want y'all also to understand this here. What you see here is the young, right? You see that? That's the young. I want you to get an understanding about the young. We'll be discussing about the young too. A lot of y'all worship your cross. The cross has been around too for thousands of years. But the meaning of the cross and why you take it and you use it in the wrong method, if you will. I mean, if you use it in peaceful manner, it's the cross that you wear is in peace. You know what I'm saying? Then it's okay. But if you use it, it's like use it as the metaphors that Yahushua had died on it, right? But explain this to me in a short terminology. Did Yahushua said, since I died on a stake, because that's what it was called, a stake, and that is my representation of the sacrifice that I have done for all of you. Did he mention these things? Did his disciples mention Yahushua had died on this stake and you made it a cross? Something for you to think about. You see, history has many different dialogues. Okay? Many different dialogues that you got to really unravel. And we can get the books. This book is called The African Origin of the Electromagnesium. Okay? It's more than just about life. We know the Ankh is about life. We know about the womb and so on and so forth. But it's more than that. You know, Mama told you should cross-reference. Always cross-reference the things you do. Okay? The next book, I told you we're going to be definitely read about the philosophy and the opinions of Marcus Garvey. That we have to do that. And we need to understand the passion of Marcus Garvey. We need to understand the passion of Marcus Garvey. We need to, you don't have to follow him directly, but Marcus Garvey was the pure general person, as far as I'm concerned. He's the pure general of truly helping his melanin race. We had hundreds of our people sacrifice themselves, but like you had W.E.D. Du Bois, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, which we have here, Frederick Douglass. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I do want to tell you this here. You don't put nobody on the pedestal. That's why I say I'm the messenger. Because when they make a mistake and they do something that you don't like, then you want to destroy them. When you wasn't supposed to do that. You understand? You don't want to put people on the pedestal. That's why a lot of your pastors, preachers, deacons, and so on and so forth, when they make a mistake, you ready to destroy them. Now, some of y'all loyal to the T. Some of you are. There's no doubt about it. But what I'm saying is this. They're gods here on earth. They bleed. They're flesh. You don't know their desires. You don't know their dreams. You don't know what they haven't planned. You don't know their secrets. You don't know their undercover secrets. And you're ready to scrutinize these people when some of these secrets come out. You understand? Just like we had in the Vatican and these churches, these Catholic churches, for all these years. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all can bury it and act like it don't exist. But you'll know when all these boys came out and started talking about the father had molested me. He made me think that this was the thing to do. I was uncomfortable about it. He told me not to tell. Y'all remember these things. Don't pretend. Don't pretend that these things ever happened. And then you got like Teddy Long and so many other different melanin preachers who's also indulging into these acts. You know what I'm saying? These are acts. Because the reason why I say the acts is because when you tell or teach, if you will, if you teach and you basically making yourself pure, but then from your purity, you're sending a message or frequency to the people who's following you. And then you're telling what they should not do and what they should do. So when they follow these commandments in these trustful words, and then all of a sudden these secrets, these hidden secrets come out. So don't put people on the pedestal, because all these people really, in fact, I'm sorry to tell you this, they're all messengers. That's all they all are. They're all messages. This is why I show you my life. I show you my house. I'm in my house right now, my apartment. I show you when I cook. I show you with my wife. You know my wife is Latin, okay? She's Dominican, Puerto Rican, okay? I showed you my kids. I got all daughters, just my granddaughter. You understand? My family extends out. You know what I'm saying? My family extends out. And I need you to see that. I want you to see these things. I want you to see my flaws. There's nothing perfect here. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we're gods here on this earth. And the ability to think and to create. Understand the conception. We are in our lowest form that's trying to rise into our higher form. We have fallen off, and not because we chose to do that, because we were taught in our lowest form. They hidden these things, you see. You walk like them. You talk like them. You act like them. You dress like them. You don't want to be your true natural self. This is part 1 of class. I'm Chocolate Amun Ra. I see you in 2. This is 1. Peace.